We're gonna hit the road. Yeah, there's no turning back. We're gonna hit the road.
What's up, everybody? We are on our way to El Ranchito, one of our favorite Mexican restaurants around here. I think it's the only Mexican restaurant around.
Well, there used to be one right by our house.
Another El Ranchito.
Yes, but they bammed up, so now we got to drive 30 minutes to get to this one.
To the sister store restaurant. But I think this one is reopening. I'm optimistic, and Lisa isn't.
Well,
But we'll see. They've been closed for a year.
And gutted it, so.
Yeah, but they're working on it, so we'll see.
Yeah,
We thought we'd be a little more serious
Wait,
today.
why is it a sister store, not a, why is it a brother?
I don't know.
Is it even sister store?
Well, it's like
Sister restaurant?
our sister organization. I hear that a lot.
Okay.
So
All right.
I don't know why they chose
Girls
that.
are
It's
better
sexist.
than boys.
Very sexist. I'm highly
Boats
offended
are
by that.
girls, cars are
As a
girls,
brother, I'm highly
restaurants are
offended.
girls, churches are girls. It's all girls. Anyway.
We thought we'd talk a little bit about, for a couple of minutes, staying married. We've been together since 1982. It's 2019. We started dating in 82, got married in 86. Had
That's
three.
a lot of years.
We had our three sons. As most of you know, they're all out living on their own for a long time now, all married with children and dogs. And I don't know, three things come to mind for me. One is, it's commitment, compromise, humor. Commitment, chime in anytime you want here. When you find somebody good, when you find a good one, you stick it out and you work it out no matter what, because a lot of people think, I'm going to get out of this one. I picked the wrong one, man. I didn't get my soulmate.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go find somebody else, and that one will be problem-free, that relationship. But you're just moving from one set of issues to another set of issues, maybe even similar sets of issues. So you find one and you work it out. It's like, I don't know, I'm thinking of an analogy. It's like picking a career, or a sport to play in high school. And you say, I'm going to go with basketball. I might be good at football. I might be good at baseball. I might be good at wrestling. But I'm going to pick basketball, and I'm going to commit to that one. And, maybe what would happen if after the first time in the game, something happened you didn't like? You got a bad call. You got in an argument with the ref. You had a problem with your teammates. You don't just quit the team and say, I'm going to football then, as if it's going to be any better or any less difficult.
Although that wouldn't be quite as detrimental or devastating to do.
Oh, but if you hopped from one sport to the next sport to the next sport, you'd never master any one of them.
This is true.
So that's really the point.
More like involved if you're
Yeah,
married
absolutely. It was
than
just
switching a sport.
Just an analogy to make a point. It wasn't, a perfect one-to-one analogy.
Okay. It wasn't.
Yeah,
perfect.
humor is another big one, right? Because we have the same sense of humor. So we make each other laugh a lot, even in the bad times, if you can laugh about that. If not right at the moment, at least later on. Not taking everything so seriously is a big one.
My eye is twitching. It's freaking me out.
Great contribution.
I can't contribute when I have a twitchy eye.
Nobody can see your eye twitching, so.
Yeah, I feel.
I lost my train of thought now. So, don't take everything too seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah, where it's like you're just two more people living on the planet, man. You're not the be-all, end-all of relationships. And there is no perfection. And everybody's trying to make it out there and make it work. So laugh it off when you can. Yeah. Financially, you're struggling, and you'll be doing good, and then you'll struggle again, and you'll be doing well, and you'll struggle again. That's just the nature of the beast. It's life. So those are a few things that come to mind for me right away. Compromise is another big one. Can't have everything your way all the time. It's give and take. If you don't like something that the other person is doing, but it means something to them, then let it go. Let it go when you can let it go.
On, right? You start realizing, like, 10 years ago I would have fought this one, and now it's like, it's why.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that's going to matter, like they always that saying, you know, is it going to matter in 5 minutes, 5 years, whatever. If not, don't even bother. So
Right. Yeah, so compromise is a big one. You know, like in anything, in business, like you would want it to be in politics. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of compromise. You know, like running a family is like running a business in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of compromise. You know, you've got 5 people living in a house and everybody wants it their way. That can't happen. So you meet in the middle the best you can. You try to satisfy everybody's desires or preferences the best you can. Also, you know, admitting mistakes, being able to admit when you're wrong, and not just fighting for fighting's sake, not just having to be right for ego's sake or pride, but saying, you know, you got a good point there. I do that. I do make that mistake. I do speak to you in a way that's inappropriate, and I apologize for that. I'll do better. You know, or trying to figure out how you can do better. Well, how are you going to stop calling me stupid when you're angry? How is that going to stop?
I don't call you stupid.
You know, I'm making whatever. You know, whatever you're going through. You're spending too much money on X, or, you know, you have a habit or a hobby that's too expensive, or whatever the case may be. What are we going to do about that? Not just saying, you've got a hobby that's too expensive, stop. You know, that doesn't get you anywhere. So what can I do about that? Can I cut it back? Can I choose a different hobby? Can I make more money some other way so that I can afford the habit or the hobby? I don't know. I'm just tossing stuff off the top of my brain. But it's all about compromise and working it through. This is a business relationship. It's a romantic relationship. It's a familial relationship. And so it takes a lot of work. You don't just get married and stay married by osmosis, by just sitting around not doing anything. Maybe
people will be like, oh my gosh, you've been married that long, you're so lucky. Oh, you must have found the right guy. But I'm like, it doesn't work like that, right? It's work. Love,
right.
You don't always feel happy and good and like excited and like friends, whatever. It's like you still have to decide.
Yeah, that's like saying,
this is what we're doing. We're not quitting. We're not giving up. So we have to figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, that's like saying to somebody who opened a successful business, oh man, your business is thriving? You're so lucky. No, I'm not lucky. I worked hard. I made a lot of mistakes and I fixed them. Right. And there was a lot of heartache and grief, which is all part of it. And there's joy and there's grief. There's success and there's failure. That's what it is. Anyway, that's almost 8 minutes, so we should stop with that. And then we're going to go eat and show you some of the food we're eating, which I think you always enjoy. At least we do. And we'll see you in a few. Actually, we'll see you in 1 second. We are at El Ranchito eating the fresh out of the oil. These are delicious and crunchy and we call it shesha because when you bite it, it's like shh. When you chew it.
They are very shishy.
Yeah, they've got these cool booths here. A little bit of the decor, and then we'll show you the food in a few. The Aztec table. The salsa is excellent. They have a nice green salsa verde they're bringing out that's much more spicy, heat-wise. Oh, yeah.
What do you have? I have a beef enchilada, chicken quesadilla, beef burrito, chicken enchilada, beef taco.
I don't know what mine is. A little bit of chili, a little bit of rice, a taco, a tamale, and a burrito. I just know it's delicious.
Guacamole.
Yeah. Oh. Probably shown this kind of stuff before, but Central Florida is big on horse ranches, and a lot of people don't picture Florida looking like this, like Dallas or something. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of the countryside here as we're driving through the back roads. But this is very near the villages and in Lake County. So hold on, we got some horses coming up here. Those are cows, Frank.
Those are big cows.
Yeah, you can't see them anyway. They've got a little, this is called Micro Racetrack Road, and they've got a little micro racetrack at the end of the road here that I'll show you.
That's why they named the road that.
I don't think so, but you know, that's
It was a coincidence.
that doesn't make any sense at all. And they race these little tiny cars. I don't know anything about racing, but I know that these race cars and the track are micro. So hold on a sec.
They raced micro horses.
I'll show you that in a sec. All right, the micro racetrack is coming up here on the left. And look, hay for sale.
Hey.
Heading into the Walmart neighborhood market. I don't know if they have these everywhere, but this is something we've recently discovered that we like better than the Walmart superstores.
Super nice.
Yeah, very nice. Show you a little bit. You get the gist.
So we just left Walmart, which was really fun, and that's what I always do. When we were in the Mexican restaurant, of course,
That's racist.
There's hardly
Just
anyone,
the restaurant.
There's hardly anyone around us except the booth right next to us, behind us. And there's like a mom there with her 2 kids, and the son the entire time is like way too loud and like going on and on about all kinds of stuff.
I spy something green. I spy something green. I'm not eating this.
And then the mother's like, shh, shh. Then like he says something 2 seconds later, he keeps going on and she's like, shh, shh. We're like looking around. We're like, of course, nowhere else in the whole restaurant, but right next to us.
Well, the point, yeah.
It happens every
It really
single
does. It
time.
happens all the time to us. Maybe because the universe is punishing us.
Probably. But I even thought, like, it wouldn't even have been so bad if the kid was a little too loud. I mean, it'd be a little annoying, but it made it 1,000 times worse because we had to then hear the mother go, shh, shh, every time.
Yeah, and the kid isn't listening to the shh, Mom.
Yeah.
Obviously, the kid doesn't care that you're shushing it. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll just keep being loud and obnoxious. You could shush me all you want, but the mother's just like, shh, please, shh, I told you.
Yeah.
Shh, how many times?
And he never
shh,
even
quiet.
said anything,
Shh.
even like, all right, or what, or whatever. He just keeps talking.
She
the
would
whole
say
time.
shh, and he would just go right on after she was done, like she wasn't even there.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah, enjoyed it thoroughly.
But,
People always say, oh, come on, lighten up, they're kids. Here's the point. There are a lot of people out at restaurants eating that save up their money to go out for a nice meal.
yeah.
And they want to sit there with their spouse or their friends or their family and have a nice time. And if somebody is ruining that time for the whole restaurant, I don't buy the excuse, oh, come on.
Yeah,
They're
and
just kids
we
being kids.
obviously are not like every single noise every person makes every time. You know, obviously we get it, and we know that other people aren't having fun too. But
Yeah,
it was
well,
the entire time.
If it's a
it never stopped.
family restaurant, I guess you have to expect kids to be there and be loud. It's not even the fact that kids are there, but it's parents who I blame letting the kids run the show and scream, be allowed to run around the restaurant, not thinking for a moment, the parents, maybe we're ruining other people's experience here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not all just about us.
And
it might
maybe
be about
not
these people in
everybody's
here.
okay and happy with it.
Yeah, the 50 or 60 or 70 other people in here might not be enjoying our kid running around pulling on their tablecloth.
Yeah.
It might not be cute for them.
People.
Man, we are grouchy. But we're right.
Always.
Going to be able to see it from there.
All right, Seinfeld is on. We got to go.